What's going on, Salt Lake City? Thank y'all for being here. 3 straight years with a pay-per-view in the great state of Utah. We're here for UFC 307. Pereira versus Rountree Jr. It goes down October 5th at Delta Center. And as many of you know, this is the result of a continued partnership with the Utah Sports Commission and Smith Entertainment Group. And this event comes on the heels of Utah being awarded the 2034 Olympic and Paralympic Winter Games, solidifying its reputation as the state of sport. All right, Oscar Willis has a microphone. Take it away, young man.
I'd like to start with the champion, Alex Pereira. Alex, you've fought the best of the best in your time in the UFC. Israel Adesanya, other former world champions. But where do you think Khil ranks against those guys you've already beaten?
Alex, você lutou contra os melhores da história do UFC. Você já lutou com gente como a Adesanya, já lutou com todo mundo. Onde é que está o Khil nesse ranking de pessoas que você lutou?
Bom, o Khalil está o próximo agora. Não tenho o que contestar, né? Todo o trabalho que ele vem fazendo, né? Pô, várias vitórias, né? Pô, um strike onde a organização achou que deveria colocar essa luta e, pô, eu achei muito bom.
Oh, Khalil's up there. You can't deny it anymore. For all the work that he's put in, a great striker, and this organization thought that this is getting the shot, so I feel great for it.
You mentioned his striking there. You are one of the best kickboxers of all time. How do you think Khalil's striking, in terms of being a kickboxer, ranks up against some of those other opponents you faced?
Você também falou a questão do fato da trocação dele ser bom. Como um kickboxer, como é que você vê ele em termos de onde que está ele como striker comparado com outros kickboxers que você já enfrentou?
Bom, acho que ele está entre os melhores ali, né? Pô, vem mostrando isso, né? Os números estão falando por si. Eu acho que é isso.
I guess among one of the best. I mean, if you think about it, the numbers don't lie, and that's what's been showing, so that's how I feel about him.
He says he has a secret move that he might be able to pull off in the fight. Do you think there's anything in combat sports that you haven't seen he could pull off?
Ele falou que vai vir com uma manobra secreta durante essa luta. Você acha que em esporte, de tudo que você fez de esporte de arte marcial, você já viu tudo ou você acha que tem alguma coisa nova para inventar?
Não sei. Pode ter, não sei não.
Maybe there's something new, I don't know.
Khil, well, obviously you're going up against a guy with a lot of momentum in Alex. Do you think it would be extra sweet, not just to win the world title, but to beat a guy who's knocking everyone out, that everyone says is this monster? Would it be extra special to beat someone like Alex?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, look at the guy's record. Look at what he's done. Look where he's, positioned himself. So, yeah, it would be extra sweet. It would mean a lot. It'd be major.
There's been a lot of talk about wrestling and striking in this fight and about who's going to shoot for takedowns and stuff, but you are the longer-serving MMA fighter. Wouldn't it benefit you to go in there and try and grapple him and maybe beat him in that way?
Yeah, so I'd love to be able to speak on this, publicly. When I was asked the question by Michael Bisping early on, if I would change my game plan to secure the win, the main thing that I was trying to say is that I've worked myself hard enough to get to this point till now. It would not make sense to switch who I am as a fighter, to completely switch the game plan just to secure a win. The main reason that I've always wanted this fight, really, is for the fans. You got 2 of the best strikers in the world going at it. And that's what I want to give the fans. That's what I want to give you guys. So for you guys to be, anyone who's fans of me, I'm like, it's MMA, and Alex has said it before. It's MMA. Anything can happen. But what I'm trying to make sure that everybody knows is that when I step in there, you get to expect the best version of me. And the best version of me is not someone who switches my plan and then out of nowhere in my career decides to become a wrestler. So that's kind of like, I'm just trying to make that point clear.
Question for Kayla Harrison. Kayla, obviously you've come into the UFC with so much hype, and it seems like everyone wants to push you into this title picture as quickly as they can. Do you look at this title fight and sort of think, which one I'd rather fight if I win this Saturday?
I love you too! No, I don't. I don't look at this and, fill in the blank. It doesn't matter. It's only a matter of time. I'm the uncrowned queen, and first Saturday night I smash Ketlin, and then I come for my title. So enjoy it while you can, ladies.
Earlier this week in an interview with Volkanovski and Dan Hooker, you said that you would elbow Juliana for free. She responded, made some comments about roid rage. Are you sure that wouldn't be a bit more of a personal affair?
Again, I would do that for free, but I really want to be UFC champion. I have more finishes than Juliana has wins, so I don't know what she's talking about. She better slow down.
Juliana, any response?
I know violence, and Kayla just got here to the scene. As far as I'm concerned,
Just got here.
I've
won 2 Olympic gold medals. I've been doing
what does
sports
that
since I
have
was
to do with
6
being in the
years
UFC?
old, honey?
What does that have to do with being in the UFC? As far as I'm concerned, the last time she faced a Brazilian, she came running into the UFC. So if I have anything to say
You
about it,
started your career in 2009. You're 10-5. I started in 2018, and I'm 17-1.
yeah, it's easy to be 17-1 when you're fighting frickin' tomato cans.
Who have you
Kayla.
fought?
What was that? Who have you?
Who gave her a mic?
The same person that gave you one, sweetie.
And a question for Ketlin. Ketlin, obviously you see Kayla getting involved in that title picture. Do you think maybe she's overlooking you this Saturday?
Kathleen, você vê o pessoal falando da Kayla para talvez ter uma oportunidade de um título. Você acha que ela está simplesmente te subestimando?
Eu acho que alguém precisa beliscar ela, que ela tá sonhando.
I think somebody needs to pinch her because she's dreaming.
We'll see Saturday night, honey.
Question for the champion, Raquel Pennington, all the way in the back right here. This is obviously a fight against Juliana that you've said you've been calling for a long time, ever since you were on The Ultimate Fighter. So she's now only a few feet away from you. You're only a few days away from actually getting to get to lock into the octagon with her. So I guess what are the emotions knowing that this fight that you've been calling for is now just days away?
I'm super fucking excited. I've been waiting for this fight for 11 years.
She also said at media day, you know, like she doesn't view you as a good representation of this division as a whole. Do you think she's just saying that to build a fight, or where do you think those words are coming from?
I don't know where I'm not a good representation. I mean, she's sitting here talking all the shit and running her mouth, but I'm sitting here just staying in my lane. I became the world champion. It wasn't handed to me. And, you know, I mean, I guess I have one question for you, Juliana. How are you going to feel getting your ass beat Saturday by a drunk?
I welcome that challenge. She says she's been waiting for 11 years for this fight, but you didn't win the Ultimate Fighter, so you haven't been waiting that long.
I didn't need to win the Ultimate Fighter. I've been the most active from our season. Your ass has been injured left and right.
That doesn't matter. You quit on the stool when you fought Amanda, and you had your
I quit on the
opportunity
stool?
to go get that, and you didn't. Yeah, you were
Girl,
trying
you
to
got
quit
your
on the
ass
stool.
embarrassed for 5 rounds as well, so quit.
Girlfriend, you did the same thing. So
That's why I said as well.
Okay, I'll give her this. She did earn it, and so that's good for her, and I respect that. But come Saturday night, there will be a new bantamweight queen in this division. And
My God, you're
y'all
like a
must
little
have forgot.
chihuahua that just doesn't stop talking.
Final one for Raquel. Obviously, you've been envisioning this fight for a long time. You guys have only gotten better since your time on The Ultimate Fighter. We've never really seen this type of animosity between you and an opponent ever in your career. So I guess, how do you see this fight playing out on Saturday?
You know, I mean, at the end of the day, I'm going to go in there and I'm going to focus on myself. And, you know, I sat here and dissected myself this time around, and that was really fun. I feel like everybody categorized me as a brawler, which is really fun. And then if you want to judge me off my last fight, that's even better. But I'm a well-rounded mixed martial artist, so I just go out there and be me, and that's super dangerous.
Question for Juliana. Obviously, you have Kayla talking about you. You're about to fight Raquel. She has things to say. Ketlin says things at media day. So I guess, what is it about you that kind of draws all this attention and all this criticism from your fellow fighters?
I don't know. I guess have some type of way that gets under people's skin, and I really don't know what it is. Maybe you guys can tell me. However, I will just say that it's a compliment.
And you know, in the countdown, your coach said, you know, you have the power advantage. You said that your coach is going to let the dog off the leash. So I'm curious, how do you see this fight playing on Saturday?
I don't care if I knock her out with a pinky finger. I don't care if I submit her with one hand like I have before to other opponents. At the end of the day, however I get this win, I will kill for it. I will literally kill for it, and I'm not going to stop. And she even said it herself. I'm a warrior, and I do not stop. I have relentless pressure, ruthless aggression, and I will not stop until I get my hand raised.
You are a warrior, and you have heart. But guess what? I'm a warrior. I have heart. And this whole pit bull talk, you're just a yappy ass chihuahua that stays in front of somebody's face.
I know. First off, I never said I was a pit bull. And speaking of Chihuahua, I feel like because I've told her that she's a bad representation of the women's division, that she's had no choice but to. This is the most you guys have actually ever heard Raquel Pennington speak in the history of knowing Raquel Pennington. So I have to bring that out in her in order to get people interested in the
not
fight
bringing
because
it
nobody else
out.
is interested in this block of wood over here. She's boring.
We'll see who's boring Saturday.
Good one.
Oh, good one.
Question for Jose Aldo, all the way in the back right here. Obviously, at Media Day, you said you felt it was important to come back here and fight in Salt Lake, given how your last fight here played out. You said, it wasn't Merab's fault, it wasn't your fault, the fight was just kind of boring, and you wanted to bring fans here in Salt Lake, an exciting fight. Do you believe Mario Bautista is the type of fighter that can bring that to you for these 3 rounds on Saturday?
José, você falou que era importante voltar aqui para Salt Lake City pela última experiência que você teve aqui. Você falou que não foi culpa tua, você falou que não foi culpa do Merab, falou que a luta não foi aquilo que os fãs aqui merecem. E você queria mostrar isso para toda a galera aqui de Salt Lake City, que vai ser legal. Mário Bautista é um cara que vai trazer esse tipo de luta para você, que vai empolgar a galera?
Sim, eu acho que, independente do adversário, né? Só de voltar aqui já é uma alegria muito grande lutar para os fãs aqui em Salt Lake City. Eu acho que eu fui muito bem recebido a última vez. Então, estou voltando aqui mais uma vez. Sim, eu acho que, se for o Mário ou qualquer outro, eu tinha que fazer a minha performance melhor. Então, eu que tinha que fazer um pouco mais daquilo que é preciso e fazer uma grande luta para todo mundo.
I think in independence of the opponent, I think it was very important to come here to Salt Lake City to put on a show for you guys. That's what you deserve. You've welcomed me and have been so well received by the crowd over here, so thank you. And I came here ready to put on a show on Saturday, regardless of this, with Mario.
And finally, question for Mario. Obviously, Jose Aldo is a guy, he has more tape on him than anyone else up on stage. He's been fighting for more than almost 20 years at this point. So I'm curious, do you think you can bring anything to the table that he hasn't seen, or is it just going to be, you're going to get locked in there and the first one to go down just goes down?
Oh, no, he's seen quite a bit, but I think his time has gone, and now it's my time. So I'm just going to put it on him and try to break him out there.
Given that you say he's past his time, how do you see the fight playing out on Saturday, and does it reach the judges' scorecards?
I just see myself covered in blood with my hand raised, and that's about it.
O braço erguido pode ser. O banho de sangue vai ter, com certeza, né? Então, estou muito bem preparado. Eu estou avisando. Acho que todo mundo viu a minha última performance, como é que foi. Então, ninguém tem ideia como é que seja. Então, sábado você pode ter certeza que vai ser o novo Aldo. Meu irmão, Aldo, devastador como sempre foi, como eu sempre fui. E eu estou aqui ainda, voltei por causa disso. Então, pode ter certeza que, meu irmão, coberto de sangue vai estar.
Well, a bloodbath is going down, and if you saw my last fight, you saw I brought to the altar. Listen, it's going to be the devastator. It's going to be violent. It's going to be the Jose Aldo, a new Jose Aldo, somebody who's willing, that worked hard to come back. It was important to come back here, and believe me, on Saturday, there will be blood.
Question for Kevin Holland back here. We saw you yesterday show up at Media Day. You had a pink belt on. You had some pink sneakers. You said, hey, maybe we can get some pink shorts this month. Just wanted to give you a chance to say why the month of October is so important to you.
Yeah, gotta look out for the boobies. So, breast cancer awareness, I'm all about it. Plus, I like pink, especially when it don't stink. You know what it is.
And yesterday you said at Media Day, you said if it's a straight up fist fight, I win every time, but most of these guys want to get in there and point fight with me. Do you think that Roman will be willing to engage in a straight up fist fight with you?
No, I don't think so. Roman will use some grappling, and it's expected, So
When you last
we'll
time
see how it
saw
goes.
my grappling there?
Said what, buddy?
When the last time grapple? When just somebody take me down?
You said, when's the last time somebody took you down? I don't plan on taking you down.
That's what I mean. We will fight there and everybody will see what will happen.
No, bro. You plan on taking me down. I don't know if you understood what
No,
I was saying.
I don't have answer.
Same way
about
you
this
did with
question.
Anthony
I never
Smith,
did
and then that one guy you
UFC.
fought where you were pulling guard and trying to grab his ankles and shit. Like,
No.
don't, you ain't
First-
got a cap for the fans, bro. Put the mic down. He was asking me a question. He's gonna ask you one in a couple seconds.
No.
Just relax, buddy. Relax.
No, listen.
Relax, buddy. Relax.
Maybe my English
No.
I just didn't
Relax,
understand.
buddy.
I thought you asked me
Relax.
some
I mean,
questions.
hey, bro, relax. He didn't ask you yet. Just chill out. It'll come.
Very chill.
It'll
I don't
chill
understand
out,
why
bro.
we're
It'll
talking.
come. You look nice, though. I like that outfit you got on.
Yeah, I agree.
Nice glasses and shit. But sit down. It's not your turn yet, buddy.
No, you are.
What were you saying,
down
boss?
already. What are you talking?
You had any more questions, or are you ready to talk to him yet?
It's all good.
All right.
You see here a question to me, what's wrong? No problem.
For Roman, I see the back and forth up there. Kevin's also a guy that talks a lot of trash in the cage. You've trained with a guy like Sean Strickland that talks trash as well. If Kevin talks trash to you in the cage, are you going to engage with him?
Me and Strickland, we always talk in the cage, even when we spar in training. I don't know what will happen this Saturday. Maybe we will talk some good conversation after we'll fight. I don't know.
And one more for you, since you're a guy that's been up to 205 and 185. Kevin said yesterday, he said, if I was ever to fight for a title,
Hey, y'all the best. I fuck with y'all. Heavy.
That's
Kevin-
very good.
Kevin-
Exactly because of that, I agreed to fight Kevin. He's like good guy. I know him, and I see that people love him. That's exactly what I need. I don't talk much.
You need some clout. I got you, buddy.
I
got
just
you.
have my own way
Got
of
you.
life. It's different than yours. That's why I need a guy like this just to make good fight and have a good name in my career. That's all.
one more, Roman. Kevin's a guy that's been down to 170 and 185. He said if he was ever to fight for a title, he would go down to 170 because he believes Dricus is the better champion at 185. For you, you're a guy that's fought at 205 and 185. So who do you believe is the better champion? Do you think it's Dricus at 185 or do you think it's Poatan at 205?
No, it's you guys, a lot of questions, but listen, I'm not playing these games. That's why you can ask him this question. He will talk a lot, but I will say they both are amazing guys. They all deserve. I know what kind of fighter's life, and I don't really speak stuff like that. Good luck to everybody.
This message.
Bro.
This message is for Ketlin. Everybody this week has been talking about Kayla when she's going to become champion. Do you think you're being overlooked?
Novamente para você, Kathleen. Novamente, você fala, só se fala em Kayla, se fala o dia que ela vai ser campeão. E você, onde é que está nisso? Estão esquecendo de você?
Cara, eu tô focada na minha luta. Acho que isso aí ela tem que se preocupar. Meu foco é ela. Na minha mente, quem tá com o cinturão na cintura realmente é ela. E sábado à noite ela vai ver o que espera ela.
Listen, I have to focus on my fight. That's all I care about. That's all my focus. And actually, in my mind, she's got the belt, and I need to take care of her. Like, that's how I approach a fight. So on Saturday, she'll see.
And Kayla, can you respond to her answer?
Yeah, I think. Let's go! Let's go! Listen, everybody's tough until you beat them. I'm going in there. I'm still the new kid on the block. I know I have stuff to prove. I know that I'm not done yet. And I'm going to smash Caitlin's skull on Saturday night. And then I'm going to go get my belt. But first things first, all respect to Ketlin. She's a hell of a fighter. She's a God-fearing woman. I have nothing but respect for her. But Saturday night, there will be blood.
Eu não consigo entender como que ela vai amassar meu crânio se ela é totalmente dependente do grappling. Ela não consegue dar soco sequer.
I don't know how you're going to smash my skull if you're totally depending on grappling. You can't even punch once.
I'm better than you ever were, honey. And have you seen these elbows?
Você só tem isso para oferecer, apenas isso.
That's all you got. That's all you got.
I'm black belt. BJJ black belt.
In what?
I have 2 belts.
I have 2 gold medals and 2 world titles.
Isso aqui não é judô. This no judô.
Saturday night.
This
Find out.
This no judô.
Saturday night.
This I see you. I see you.
I see you soon.
Saturday.
Oi?
I see you. I show you.
Okay. Okay.
Eu espero que você tenha gás para lutar comigo. Você não sabe o que te espera.
I hope you have the stamina to fight me. You don't know what's coming for you.
We'll find out.
Você vai ver que a força é ruim quando acaba.
You're going to see that, you're going to see how bad things are, and it's going to be over at one point. You're going to run out of gas.
I'm going to run out of gas. You're in for a long night, honey. Sleep good tonight. Sleep.
Pra você, vai ser difícil dormir bem olhando essa tua cara feia. Pra mim vai ser muito difícil dormir bem.
It's going to be, listen, it's going to be hard for you. It's going to be really hard looking at your ugly face. For me, it's going to be okay when you look in the mirror.
My mom thinks I'm pretty.
Porra, se a tua mãe não achar, né? Só ela que acha.
If your mom don't think you're pretty, I mean, only your mom probably.
My next question.
My kids think I'm pretty too.
My next
Asshole.
question is for Juliana.
Que bom pra você. Muito
Good
bom
for
pra
you.
você.
Good for you.
Juliana, yesterday Ketlin referred to you as a dog in a derogatory way. I'm not sure if you heard that and if you have a response.
No, I didn't hear that, and I don't have a response.
This question is for Juliana Pena, another one. You said yesterday that Raquel wasn't a good representative of the division. If you were to regain that title on Saturday night, what would you do better to represent that division better?
You know, I was on the Ellen Show. I was on Good Morning America. I did a tour. I threw the ball at, New York. I threw it in Chicago. I went to the LA games for the Ducks, for the Anaheim Ducks. I was all over the place. I was at every single UFC event. I was doing the most and bringing attention to the women's division. And I feel like at the end of the day, it's important to get more women a part of the sport, to grow mixed martial arts for women, and to set that stage for little girls and give them something to look up to. So for me, I felt like I did a better job when I had the belt, and that's what I'm going for again.
Thank you. And for Khalil, right over here, you said or talked about all the adversity that you had to come throughout your mixed martial arts journey. Seeing your face on all these posters, being on this stage just a few days ahead of that opportunity to challenge for the title, man. How does it make you feel?
I would say, at the moment, the main thing I'm thinking about is ask yourself this question, right? Everybody in the crowd, ask yourself this question. What do you want in life? What do you actually want? Not material, right? Not material. When it comes down to a feeling, of a vision that you see of yourself, what do you want and what's stopping you? Because that's what I'm asking myself right now. And that's what I've asked myself all the way up until this point. What's stopping me from getting what I want? For me, the answer has been myself. I think that it's the same for a lot of people. A lot of times it's ourselves that's in front of us, that's stopping us. So for me, it's I've overcome that so many times, and I'm at this point right now, and it's still a challenge. The challenge is not done. I got the scariest man in the division right here, and we got to face ourselves on Saturday. So it means a lot, man. I'm continuously working, and I'm going to continue to work. And as good as it feels right now, and as big as this moment is for me, I know that it's not the end, and I'm just going to keep on trucking. So I'm here,
And to piggyback off of that, do you believe that right now, this fight week is the best Khalil Rountree Jr. that we could get to go into a title fight like this?
I could say confidently, yeah. I've never worked this hard in my life. I've never been so consistent in my training. I've got a great support group that hold me accountable, that keep me busy, keep me working. So, yeah, I think, so far this is the best, and I definitely can see myself getting even better.
Go ahead, sir.
Potan, tem muito se fala sobre o seu futuro. Você pode, de repente, lutar boxe, lutar nos pesados, nos médios de novo. Eu sei que você já falou sobre isso. Minha pergunta é, isso só existe porque os fãs querem ver você em diversas situações. Por que você acha que você se conecta com os fãs dessa forma? O que tem de tão especial em você que os fãs querem te ver em tantas possibilidades?
Alex, there's so much talk about everything that could happen in the future. Boxing maybe in the future, maybe fighting a heavyweight, maybe fighting a middleweight. And that happens because all this chatter comes from the fans. Why do you think you've connected so well with the fans? Why do you think there's so much connection and everybody's got a say on you?
Bom, acho que é um conjunto, né? Mas eu acho que o principal mesmo é o trabalho que eu vim fazendo, né? O que eu entrego para eles, porque eles estão ali, estão pagando e quer ver luta, entendeu? E eu estou entregando isso para eles. Mas também eu consigo mostrar para eles, né, a minha humildade, né? Alguns vão dar risada, mas o meu carisma, né? Um cara meio fechada. Mas é assim, eu acho que está encantando eles.
I think, there's a combination of factors, but a lot of it goes into the work that I put out, what I deliver. Fans pay, fans come out, and they want to see fights, and I deliver fights. But there's also, the fact that I'm humble, I've been able to showcase that, and, you may make fun of this, but my charisma, look at me laughing right now. So I think there's a combination of things. I think fans really like me.
Aldo.
Chama!
Aldo, vamos lá. Você mencionou ontem, que chegou a receber uma proposta maior do que do próprio UFC nesse período que você estava free agent. Mas você voltou para o UFC. Você já realizou o sonho de lutar boxe, você tem 38 anos, você já é um hall da fama, insiste em dizer que o cinturão do UFC é a sua meta. O que um cinturão pode agregar para alguém que já é um hall da fama em termos de legado?
Aldo, so yesterday you actually were commenting on the fact that you receive even better offers to fight for other promotions and you decided to stay at the UFC. What does a guy that has been a champion of the UFC, has, boxed already, 38 years old, a Hall of Famer, what does the belt now, another belt for the UFC, what does that add to your legacy?
Acho que sempre foi meu sonho ser campeão, cara. Eu acho que toda vez quando lá atrás que eu sonhei estar dentro do UFC, sempre foi ser campeão. Então, isso que me motiva, é isso que eu quero, é por isso que eu treino forte, é por isso que eu me dedico todos os dias. Abdico muitas coisas da minha vida para me fazer isso em busca do sonho, que é conquistar o título. Então, esse é meu objetivo, cara. Isso não sai da minha cabeça. Eu acordo, durmo pensando nisso. Eu tenho coisas escritas na minha parede para me visualizar quando acordo, quando vou dormir. Todo dia meu sonho que é ser campeão.
Looking way back, being a champion of the UFC has always been my dream, my entire life. It doesn't matter. That's why I work for it. That's why I wake up for it. That's why I train so hard. That's why I dedicate myself so much to it. It's to be a champion in the UFC. That's why I came back, because it means so much to me. I wake up in the morning and I see, I give up on so many things in my life, and I actually have to do other things just to focus on this. There are things that are written on my wall every day to remind myself how much I want this. It's what matters to me the most. To be a champion in the UFC is my ultimate goal, and that's what I'm continuing to work for.
Last one for me. Kathleen, faz alguns meses que a gente passou a te ver um pouco mais vocal do que de costume. Você que está no UFC faz muito tempo. Hoje a gente tem 4 lutadoras incríveis, personalidades diferentes. A Kathleen de hoje, a gente pode esperar você disposta a subir o tom, travar esse tipo de batalha fora do octógono e até entreter os fãs, não apenas na hora da luta, mas também fora do cage?
Kathleen, as of late, you've become a lot more vocal. We're hearing more from you. Right now, we have 4 incredible fighters, 4 different personalities that bring so much out of the game. Now, at this stage, battling for this, vying for a title, will we see more of you becoming more vocal, saying more things, and entertaining fans outside of the octagon just as much as in the octagon?
Então, primeiramente, quero dizer que eu sempre respeito todas as atletas que estão aqui. Para mim, só o fato de você estar no UFC, isso torna você uma das melhores atletas do mundo. Tenho respeito por todas. O que eu não posso admitir é alguém furar a fila, né? Só porque chegou, porque eu respeito toda a história. Ela tem uma história incrível no judô, mas no judô, aqui é o UFC, aqui ela tem um caminho a trilhar ainda. Então, diante disso, eu não pude ficar calada, né? Em ver isso, me senti injustiçada. Sei que ela não tem nada a ver com isso, né? Ela faz a parte dela, o trabalho dela. Eu gosto muito e prezo muito pelo respeito, porque aqui você está vendo pessoas, mas por trás dessas pessoas tem famílias que se importam, que sofrem com cada comentário, com cada derrota. Então, eu me preocupo muito em respeitar as minhas adversárias por conta disso, né? Mas, diante de tudo que vem acontecendo, e eu estou desde 2018 para disputar o cinturão, eu já lutei com as melhores, já lutei com Sarah McMahon, que ia disputar o cinturão, Já ganhei da Cat Zingano, que até então era a única mulher que tinha ganhado da Amanda. Depois ganhei de 2 ex-campeãs consecutivas. E, enfim, tive uma derrota para a atual campeã, Raquel, que, porra, uma atleta que eu admiro muito. Para mim, ela é um espelho como campeã. Eu acho que ser campeã não é chegar aqui e falar um monte de abobrinha, é chegar lá dentro, é você dar bons exemplos. A gente está carente de bons exemplos, né? E ela, para mim, é um bom exemplo de pessoa, de atleta e tudo mais. Então, para resumir, diante de tudo isso, eu me senti prejudicada. Eu não acho justo uma pessoa que está chegando agora passar na minha frente. Então, realmente, quando eu abri a boca para falar, foi realmente um desabafo de tudo que eu estava sentindo.
I respect all the athletes here. And actually, just to be in the UFC is a very important feat. And I respect everything they've done. What I don't respect, and I feel that I was unfairly treated, and I needed to come out and say, is for you to skip the line. You just came out. I know you have a great history in judo, and I respect that. But if you to skip the line, I feel that's a little bit too much. We worked so hard for this, and think about myself. I mean, since 2018, first I beat Sarah McMahon. I thought I have a shot at the title. Then I go out there and beat Kat Zingano, the girl that actually beat Amanda Nunes. I thought I had a shot at the title. Then I beat 2 former champions, and I thought I'm going to have a shot at the title. And all of a sudden, you come out here and you skip the line. And actually, I had a loss then, and I had a loss to Raquel Pennington. Somebody, the current champion, someone who I admire a lot, and someone who I think I mirror myself and my game and the way I behave myself, because I think that coming here and actually being a champion is more than just what you do. Just come here and staying a lot of baloney. It's actually a behavior. So I respect a lot of people. I respect all the athletes. They're great athletes to be here. But I felt unfairly treated for having somebody to skip the line because I deserved that chance. And that's why I became more vocal.
Listen, this is the difference. This is the difference between me and all of these girls. I come here and they complain, she skipped the line, she's on steroids, it's not fair, she shouldn't do this, she shouldn't do that. If this was my division and I was the champion, I would say, come the fuck over and I'll show you who's champion.
All right, good note on which to end. Salt Lake City, Utah, we love being here. Thank you guys for coming out. Don't forget, right back here for the ceremonial weigh-in, 5 p.m. tomorrow, and in 5 minutes we will clear the stage and square these athletes off. Thank you all for coming out. Stay with us.